Gravity Core Fitness. They're doing a fun live stream. And I wish I had the ability on my desktop here to drop a link. But if you go to my um, community page, you'll find it because I'm going to share it out right now. And here's the thing, I don't mind if you guys decide to head over there. Oops, that's our friend Lee Hazard, strong and conditioned. Yeah, I don't mind if you guys head over there, hang out with Gravity Core Fitness, or our friend Carl is live. Actually, let's see who else is live. Gravity Core Fitness is live. We are new to hanging out with them. This was my first live stream. And man, they greeted me like a long lost friend. Awesome. So there's no reason to ever feel like we shouldn't be sharing other people out, like we shouldn't be encouraging people. Hey, I'm going to be live for, it's what, 5:30? I'm going to be live for about an hour. There's plenty of time. Come in, say hi, ask a question, drop a topic, go visit someone else, come on back. It's all good. Whatever we do is good, even if we don't realize it. You know, hey, Dan. Dan says, Herr Yogi Meister, how are you? How are the shoulders feeling? Our friend Carl Shell is up live as well. Let's see who else might be live. Hey, Kat. Kat says, what's up, Yogi? Not much, Kat. How are you? How was your first weekend of 2025 for any of you guys? Our friend Skeeter is live, hanging out with friends. Tomorrow is Mrs. Skeeter's birthday. Daisy is live. Sophia Oasis, who was in earlier today, she's live. Let's see. Hakan says hi. Hey, Hakan, how are you? Appreciate you coming in. Jay Wagner says howdy. Howdy, my friend. Poor man says, feeling like a tank. Recovery day, cut some firewood. Nice. It's good recovery. It's a tough little workout, too. Hey, Michael. Michael says, hey, Yogi. Khan says, what's your name? My name is Eric with a C. Runner Boy says, yo, what's up, Runner Boy? Mango says, can I have a shout out? Mango the Teal? Did I say that right? Shout out to Mango. I did not know Mango. But you know what? Mango is here. He's saying hi. He's dropping in. That automatically makes him a friend. If he's a friend, he gets a shout out. So big shout out to Mango. Guys, be curious. Go explore Mango's channel and see what he does, see what he likes. Give some support. I'm sorry. Mango, so Mango is a cockatiel, right? I just subscribed, my friend. Says you can call me whatever you like. So we'll just call you Mango, if that's okay. And I think I've been saying he, but Mango, I don't know that you are necessarily a he. I apologize. One of us says I did 16 pull-ups today in a row. Could have done more, but my hand slipped. How come you don't use grips for your pull-ups? Hey, Austin. Austin says hi to Yogi. Hi, Runner Boy. Mango says, yep. She. Yes, and yep. Got you, my friend. I apologize. Dan says, wasn't too bad. Didn't cut much, just small pickup load at a buddy's place. Cool. Running Boy says, Mango, opinion on oranges? Mango says it's okay. Thank you. Kermit's Bodyguard says, what's your favorite Eric Clapton song? That's a good question. I'm going to go with Cream and White Room. Layla's a good song. I wouldn't mind. I could do without the extended piano riff at the end, to be honest with you. And I don't like the Cypher says greetings again, Yogi. Greetings, Cypher. I don't like the acoustic version, which is weird because I almost always like things acoustic other than the other way around. If you take any good rock song and turn it acoustic, it's almost always better. That's not saying that it's not great with the electric, but acoustic makes everything better except for Layla. Hey, Leo. Leo says, much love to all. Much love to you, my friend. Austin says, had a squirrel. Poor man says, Leo Machina. Yeah, that's an app title. Kermit says, good choice. What about you? Where do you rank Clapton? And if you had to make a list of 5 great guitar players, then let's just stick with the rock genre instead of going to blues or jazz guitar. So we'll stick with rock. Dan, what about you? Austin drops a link. Thanks, Austin. Mango says, what's your hobbies? It's a good question. I don't know if I have hobbies. I have passions. I have things that I do every day, but I can't call them a hobby. To me, hobby seems like something you dabble in on on an off day. I don't have off days. I also don't dabble. There's nothing wrong with dabbling. I'm just not a dabbler. So I do yoga. Like my entire life is yoga. I read a lot, but I read a lot about yoga and other stuff as well. So the whole path of yoga, meditation. Oh, I write. I write daily. Daily is part of my practice. Writing daily is part of my practice. I work out. Right now, I'm training again for kettlebell sport after an extended layoff. Not that I laid off training. I just laid off kettlebell sport. We got another link dropped by, dropping Mango's link. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate that. But Laura says, WTF? Yeah, I agree. I ask myself often. Who knows? Cypher says 2 more. Says Silver Birch reducing Monday and Tuesday. Looking forward to these ones. You gonna do any live streaming with it or any filming? Poor man says Eric Clapton is no joke, man. The finger picking. Yeah, it's true. I might throw Dwayne Allman. A lot of people don't put him up there. They list the big ones. Like Jimmy Page or Jeff Beck, Clapton. Hey, Stuart. Could you shout out my brother's name? My brother, his name is Zach. Absolutely. Shout out to Zach. Zach, you got a cool sister, which means that you're probably pretty cool too. Format says hitting the bass notes and filling in the leads at the same time. You see, this is why I wanted your opinion, to get information like that, because it never would occur to me that that's what he was doing. Cypher says, bonjour, Balara. Let's see. Stuart says, scroll my brother. It says, hey, Stuart. And Stuart says, hello, family. Austin says, hello to Stuart. Dan says, if you play guitar and try to play some of Clapton's stuff, it's extremely hard to pull off. Supposedly, and this could just be a story, He was an above average player, but not by much. And he was disappointed in his playing, disappointed that he knew he could do better. And for an extended period of time, he locked himself in his house, didn't see anyone, and all he did was play and play and play. Could just be that, the stuff of legends. Sniper says weather tomorrow looks lousy. Tuesday, possibly, all depends. Got you. Mango says, thanks. You're welcome. It's gonna snow tonight, and we could get anywhere from 8 to 12 inches here. Dan says the Unplugged album takes a lot of stuff from Bo Diddley before you accuse me, etc. What do you think of Dwayne Allman? Michael says I'm working on a video for Monday, but this one isn't going to be a premiere. This is just going to be straight to upload. Premieres will be Friday mornings at 9 a.m. Central. I think that's a good idea, that once a week premiere. I tried that, and then I just quickly forgot. Mango says, what time is it for you right now? It's like 5:35, something like that. Let's see, 5:25, 5:37, I think. Steppa says, the Sowing of Souls to play like he could. Well, yeah, who was the original story about? Sold his soul at the crossroads. The blues player, was it Blind Lemon? Hey, Extreme Fitness, how are you? How's the planking going? Let's see. Fitness Junkie says it takes a lot to schedule premieres, but well worth it if you have the time. I enjoyed them. I had a lot of fun doing premieres. Um, it kept slipping my mind. Sometimes I think about Toy Pup's suggestion of doing like 20, I think she says 20 YouTube shorts a day. And I do about 4. Mango says the same. So you on the East Coast. So you getting snow tomorrow too? Michael says I'm working on a factual story about Frankenstein. Nice. That's going to be pretty cool. Dolphins are pretty much eliminated. Planking is good. I need to do mine tonight. What are you up to? What's the minute up to? Robert Johnson. Thank you, Sniper. Mango says late happy new year. Thank you, my friend. Late happy new year to you. It's as I mentioned at the beginning, we're only 5 days in. So it's still new. Only, this is our first weekend in 2025. I hope it's been a good weekend for everyone. I hope 2025 is off to a good start. Pardon me 1 second, guys. Mango says, no, it's not going to snow tomorrow. At least I don't think. I wish it wouldn't snow here, but man, into every life, a little snow must fall. Chief Fitness Junkie says, hey to Mango. Foreman says, Yogi, YouTube, Derek Trucks, Dwayne Allman, Trey Anastigio, and Warren Haynes. You've mentioned Derek Trucks before. I will. I'm copying and pasting. And then when I'm done the live stream, I'll just put it right in. Collab. Gotcha. Hey, William. William says, hello, yo. How you doing, William? How was your weekend? Michael says, it's supposed to snow in my neck of the woods next week. The weather is supposed to drop to 20 degrees. Wow. It's right now it's in the teens for us. Just a few days ago, it was in the mid to high 60s. Derek Trucks played with the Almonds. Was he one of the drummers? They had two drummers. They were one of two bands that did well with two drummers, the other being the Grateful Dead. I think the Dead guitarist. Gotcha. Hey, Jacob. Poor man says, Jacob. We got some gold medals from Junkies. Everyone's saying, hi, hey, Eric LaPointe. How are you? Eric, how was your weekend? Hey, now that you got some downtime, Eric, any plans? With maybe a little extra time? Our friend Timo is here. Hello, Eric in chat. Timo, my friend, how are you? Man, it felt like Sunday again. It felt like it had that little extra magic to it. Thanks to Timo. Jacob says, a point, brother. Poor man says, Stewie. Jacob says, Michael Birkin, have you heard of an old film called The Island of Dr. Monroe? They did a remake of that with, what's his name? Marlon Brando. And I think maybe Johnny Depp. That's an odd pairing. Timo says, good night. Good night, Timo. Thanks for coming in. We got some Sinky support. Thanks, Jacob. Michael says, yeah, this is a great movie. Eric Point says, no plans, but I need to step up my game. The best way to step up your game, Eric? Collabs. Put out a request. Who's willing to step up and do some reps with Eric LaPointe? Who wants to do 100 psychos with Eric LaPointe? Hey, well, we'll put it out there. He wants to do 500 psychos with Eric LaPointe. Is it possible to do a holy grail of nothing but psycho burpees? Timo says, thank you, Eric. That's nice to hear. Absolutely. 100%, Timo. Hey, T. I didn't see you slide in up above. I apologize. Stuart says, hello, Timo brother. Hello, Sabine sweetheart. Fitness Junkie says, yes, I need to tighten up my diet. Hey, Fitness Junkies, do you have any, besides the planks, do you have any fitness goals for 2025? Hey, what about, we talk a lot about goals for the channel, but you guys have any, thank you, Eric. Do you guys have any fitness goals? Format says, cut a load of ash today. Ash is it's pretty hard, isn't it? Eric says, so everyone, a lot of people in chat tonight. So hi to all. We got 20 thumbs up. I appreciate that. Timo says, we thank you for coming in. Like I said, Timo, it felt like Sunday again. Sniper says it was written in 1896. The island of Dr. Monroe, right? So it says, so Michael, my brother. Let's see. Fitness Junkie says 100, strength, cardio, and meditation. That's a great combination. And you know what? Everything else will reflect that. Strength and cardio and your body will reflect your commitment to strength and cardio. Meditation and your mind, your emotional health will reflect your time in meditation. Those are great. 6 to 7 days, meditation every day. Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Hey, what kind of meditation do you practice? Hey, Jamie. Jamie, how do you enjoy your session today? Let's see, Stuart says slow ribeye Leo. Ribeye Leo. Leo says much love, fishy. Gets a salute from Erica Point. Sniper says, anyone remember the Monty Python, the Dead Parrot sketch? Man, it's been a while, Sniper. Jamie says, Stuart. Michael's laughing, says, just learned about Monty Python. Those are hilarious. Oh, yeah, you got to do a deep dive into Monty Python, Michael. Eric says, Squirrel Sniper, you are the second guy in 10 minutes to bring up money. Well, Leo says, was able to overhead press 168 pounds over my head today. Nice. You know, back in the day, Leo, no one ever asked you how much you could bench. It was all about true strength was considered how much you could get over your head. Press, snatch, or clean and jerk. Eric says, I was just in a live talking about Monty. I can finally overhead press Jace. Mango says, if you like parrots, what's your favorite kind of parrots? If you said it already, I didn't hear. Sorry, that's okay. I didn't say it. I do like parrots. I don't have a favorite parrot because I don't know enough about them. I just like the fact that they're so intelligent and they live a long time. Sometimes probably most of the time, they outlive their owners. What's the longevity for a parrot? What's the average lifespan? Michael says, I watched The Life of Brian and The Holy Grail. Made me laugh until my ribs hurt. Yeah, that's Monty Python for you. David says, Michael, it's 30 years old and so classic. Leo says, press it. Wow, 10 times. Total, kind of felt good about it. Yeah, you should feel awesome about it. Saper says, Michael, did he get the hidden message from the film? Says, I must have missed that point, that part, but I did enjoy the movie. Saper says, Erica Point, you must check out the episodes of Faulty Towers. Mango says, I think like 20 to 40 years max. I thought it was longer. Let me give a quick look. Since I got Google at hand. How long do parrots live? So here's what Google has to say. Cockatoos, 40 to 60 years. Cockapoo, 60 years. The macaw, 50 years. Nice. For some reason, I was thinking they were living like 70. Says, however, with many species of birds, if well cared for, they can live for even longer in captivity. There was an example of a macaw living to more than 100 years of age. It's not common, but it's not unusual to find birds of 70 years old and more, meaning you have to think long and hard before buying one. Yep. Interesting. We got more Jacob love. Thank you, Jacob. Mango says, wow. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. But man, turtles live even longer. You know why turtles live so long? Yoga. Turtle yoga. Thank you, Eric. Get a thumbs up. Turtles are natural yogis. It says Michael Burkeen at the end of King Arthur and his page gets arrested by the policeman. We got more Jacob love. Thanks, Jacob. Michael says, hey, Eric Lapointe, I'm having another premiere Friday at 9 a.m. Central. The video is only 3 minutes and 37 seconds long, so be sure to show up early to chit chat. Show up early, hang out late. It's my philosophy. It's my philosophy. Doesn't mean I actually do it. I am seldom ever early for anything. And I don't hang out late. Man, I'm one of those guys. I show up at the last second. I do the bare minimum, the bare societal minimum to get by and not be thought of as a recluse. And then I head home as quick as possible. What's up, Stuart?
Oh, nothing much, Yogi.
Zephyr says, Michael, they were mushroom picking all the time, all that time in search of the grill, which is the psilocybin in the shrooms that make you the Christ consciousness. Greenland sharks live hundreds of years. I think I heard that too.
No.
I think it's the cold water. And they do Wim Hof breathing. Where it says weekend is almost 4 inches of snow. Man, we might get between 8 and 12 overnight. Or by the time it's over, sometime tomorrow evening.
How heavy is the
Alexia, my
snow there
friend.
at the moment?
What's that?
How heavy is the snow there at the moment?
Not snowing yet. It's supposed to start sometime after 10, which is good because my brother works till about 11 or so. Michael says, nice, didn't know that. Squirrel. It's Alexia, my friend. How are you?
So, hello, everybody.
More Jacob love. Thanks, Jacob. Michael says, I love facts and learning the truth about stuff. And you also like to share it, which is really cool, Michael. Hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Right off the bat, says hi to everyone.
Well, I don't know what to do.
Yep. He says, Squirrel, you're talking about psilocybin.
Hey, Kendra.
I take them each day and it helps.
Fish finger.
Yep, I like
Hello,
to spread the
Bee.
knowledge I accumulate, says Michael. Eric Point says, Yogi, I ate some of the best pizza in the country. You because it's in Connecticut. And it was decorated in, oh wow, in a Grateful Dead theme. So Connecticut was voted having the best pizza in the country.
I can believe that.
Awesome that it was a Grateful Dead theme. What did it have, Eric Point? Was it Dancing Bears?
A Brickfire pizza. Is that like a, what do you call it?
Stone baked.
Stone baked.
Yeah, I think so. Cat says hi to Danny. T says, hey, fish fingers, good to see you. Cat says, what now, Stuart? Yep. Sniper says microdose. Hey, Sniper. One day I'll have a members chat and turn off the monetization, and we're going to talk about this. Danny says Stuart and Yogi. Psilocybin, thank you, T. See, Leo says, much love to you all. Have a great rest of your day. You too, Leo. Thank you. Hey, congratulations on the big press. Michael says, dang, makes me want to break into my emergency pizza stash, but I only have one left after last week. Hey, and if you're going to get some snow, you want to keep that emergency pizza on hand. You might need to stock up on your emergency pizzas. He says, Lee, how you doing? Yoga was fun.
Yeah, I need to watch this live back that Burpee Reaper was on.
I got there just in time to hear Burp Reaper say, I didn't fart. I swear to God, I didn't fart.
That means he did, as I've already said.
I've been talking
What
to
live stream was this? What live stream was it on, by the way?
earlier today, the Burpee Reaper. There's a live stream saying something about yoga, Sunday yoga or yoga something. Eric Point says all the posters and artwork on the wall. Grateful Dead theme, guys, room of mushroom, and girls of flower. Nice. Man, I might need to make a pilgrimage to. Well, I got to see if they have vegan pizza. Danny waves at Eric. He says, Yogi, you should.
Haven't said hello, and Eric Lapointe, Bumblebee, Danny, everybody else that's in chat. Cat and Jack, Michael, everybody.
He says, Yogi, you should KF. You should have seen you should have seen all the comments in Reaper's Yogi chat. I bet. Eric Point says,
So is Reaper is Burpee Reaper went from burpees to being a yoga Reaper?
That's what I said. I said he's now the Reaper Yogi.
The Yogi Reaper. Yoga Reaper. The Yoga Reaper.
Let's see. Michael says there's cheese pizza, but I guess that doesn't count as vegan. No, counts as vegetarian, but not vegan.
You could make it vegan.
Yeah, they make vegan pizza. Lots of places do. They've actually come a long way with vegan cheese. I just don't really eat all that stuff. As I mentioned before, I'm a whole foods plant-based, so I eat actual plants. I don't need my plants to be in the shape of a hamburger or in the shape of a pizza. That doesn't mean that given an occasion, like the last Sunday in January, Michael and I are going to go to brunch. Usually get pancakes when we go to brunch, but maybe I'll get something different.
Well, I thought I'd pop up and say hello.
I appreciate that. He says Stuart, no, his wife's been bugging him to do yoga class with her for past year.
Well, if he's been bugged by his wife for the past year to do yoga, then he should have done it after a week.
Yeah. Eric Point says the vegan French toast sounds good. Yep, I will. Man, vegan French toast is always good. I saw
Hello,
a crow.
Songo.
Hey, Songo, I saw a crow. This was a couple years ago, flying over my parking lot with a piece of vegan French toast in its mouth.
Isn't a vegan pizza called sourdough salad?
You know what? You could. I mentioned this before. If you eat something vegan, you can call it a salad.
I was watching something last night through this morning, actually. I forgot to mention this to you earlier. And this was very intriguing. There was people that do baked potatoes, right? Well, they run out of baked potatoes. and there was a vegan van not that far from where this baked potato. It's like a food van, right? So they went across to this basically vegan van, um, and there was falafel, other bits and pieces, hummus, you name it, and they um they actually had a really nice meal.
Yeah, I believe it. Not
Never
surprised.
seen it.
Danny says we are missing Selma and the amazing energetic Joshua. They usually show up when they do, a little later in the live stream. As a matter of fact, very often it's like right when I'm thinking about shutting things down. But it's always worth spending that extra half hour when they show up. It's always they just bring that extra energy.
Well, that's true. I mean, Sama, in more ways than one, has got more energy than me personally. No, I've not. I haven't had falafels. No, was it called falafel? Falafel.
Yep, falafel.
Falafel. No, I haven't had a falafel.
Michael
Intrigued though.
says
No.
he's enjoyed Eric Point's live stream. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that. You were driving somewhere, right,
Um,
Eric?
I was going. I was going to say something. For what Danny said. Sama. Um, it's very windy energy. Exactly. B. It's very windy energy with Sama.
Let's see. Fitness Junkie says you look different, Stuart. Did you shave?
I did shave, but I didn't
Just his,
shave. I didn't
just his
shave straight from
eyebrows.
the stone.
Just his
I
eyebrows.
maybe just these eyebrows.
Michael says always got your back, buddy.
Right. Anyway, I'll let somebody else come up.
All right. Well, thanks, Stuart. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Eric Lapointe,
Fitness Junkie
and
says
every other burpee person out there. Salute, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Thanks, Eric. Thanks, Stuart.
Yeah, you're welcome. Night night, peoples.
Fitness Junkie says you're looking sharp, by the way.
Well, I do try to. Um, I do try to.
And T
I
says
need
you're
to try
looking
and
good.
work. Actually, here's a question before I go. Very, very quickly. How do you get fat cells from your neck? How do you get rid of them?
You can't. You can't spot reduce. You either lose weight universally or you don't lose weight at all. So just start losing weight and you'll get
Yeah,
there.
but because it's like to go.
It will. As you lose weight, you'll find that it goes. Danny says,
It's on my live stream that I did earlier, so I
when
wasn't too
you do,
happy.
when you do, well, you work out.
No, it was on after that.
Oh, I didn't see. I didn't see you do a live stream. Sorry, I missed it.
So
You know what? Comments mean nothing. I get comments about every little thing about me. Everything. Man, and it gets old. People coming in and saying, Yogi, why are you so good looking? Why does your beard look so good? Yogi, how come you look so good in your glasses? Yogi, why are you so physically fit, emotionally stable, and psychologically sound? You know, you get those questions all day long and you just want to hang it up.
you do look rather good.
Eric Point says the face and neck go away fast. They do. That's why the people who see you, the people who are making those comments, they don't see the difference. But the people, like Eric Point was saying, it goes away fast. We've already noticed it. The face and the neck go away fast. Sampa says all in progress, all in proportion. Absolutely. How to lose neck fat, decreasing calorie intake, keeping hydrated, eating a healthier diet, doing more exercise all help towards losing neck fat. Thank you. Oh, Danny, we are getting snow. We're going to get 8 to 12 inches here.
There's some exercises called chin ups. I can't lift my own weight yet.
He says, Stuart, have you lost weight in the face? Neck will happen soon. Yep.
I'm working on it. I just wondered how long it would take.
It's going to take approximately 27 days, 16 hours, and 14 minutes. Set your timer. I've been doing this a long
27
time. Yep. Been doing this a long time. I used to train people for a living. I've trained professional athletes before. So I know the exact time you're going to lose that last ounce of fat. I can see it.
Well, anyway, I'll let somebody else up.
All right. Michael says, don't lift your weight, just your chin. So you're doing just a chin up. You want to tighten it a little bit? Here's how you can tighten your neck exercise. Hands across your shoulders, pull down. It's going to look weird, guys, but it's effective. Open your mouth in an O shape, tilt your head back, and then just open and close your mouth.
Wow.
Start with 5, and then hold for a count of 3 to 5 on that last rep. So it's you're pulling down, going back.
Oh well, I
Face
will
yoga.
give that a bash.
Do it in front of the mirror. It's face yoga. He said he had some soda last night.
Right, I'll see if Eric Lapointe wants to bounce up.
All right.
See you in a bit.
Or anyone he wants. See ya.
Mm-hmm.
Cat says like a fish out of water. I should do on my channel some face yoga. Michael says I learned when I threw out my shoulder. They had me doing that in PT. Oh, nice. Fitness Junkie says, have a sensational Sunday night, everyone. You too. Danny says, happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you, guys. Man, I'm having my playback because my desktop lags a little bit. And I'm seeing me do my face yoga. It's a whole different ballgame when you see yourself doing something that looks ridiculous. When you just do it, However, it says yoga position called reaching terrapin. That was funny. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer says, hey, I'm here. Welcome in, my friend. Eric Point says, I can see comments now from Face Yogi. T says, Yogi, yes, please do some face yoga. I had great fun with comments in Reaper's Yoga Live. Yeah, I definitely need to check that out. And I will do some face yoga. Eric Point says, salute to Extreme. Michael was laughing, Eric. Me too. Says hey to Jennifer. Cypher says, I saw the terrapin look in your eyes. I did mention that turtles are natural yogis. That's why they live so long. Mango says, goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow if you guys are doing streams. I will be doing a stream a couple times tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the Yogi Quad. 4 times. I don't know. It's a lot. 4 times is a lot of yogi. Jennifer says, I was on a good track with my sleeping, but now I'm not. I just woke up. I think we're in the same time zone, right? Mango says, yay. Well, thanks for coming in, Mango. I really appreciate you hanging out. Eric Point says, what? 4, Ralph? Yeah, and it's the workout, the kettlebell workout. I didn't I didn't usually live stream my workouts, but with the kettlebell, um, it's helpful for me because especially on the long sets, because man, you really want to put the bells down. If you're trying to do a 10-minute set and you get to 8 minute and you're breathing hard, your grip is giving out, the only place you have to rest is on your chest over your head. It helps to know that someone's watching. Mango says, good night, bye. Good night, my friend. Michael says, face yoga. Who knew your face could bend that way? Yep, you should see my face do get in the lotus position. You should see my face do a full split. Danny waves to Mango. Snipers sends a moon to Mango. Eric Point says, okay, cool. I hope I make it. I like the workout lives. Yep, tomorrow will be interval day. So it'll be 1 minute on. I'll be using the double 16 kilograms. Do 1 minute on, 1 minute off, and it'll be for 7 rounds. So it'll be 13 minutes total. Wonder Boy says, Yogi can do a full split. I haven't tried a full split in 20 years. I used to be able to do a full split, side and front. Jennifer says, my cat scratched my foot and now it hurts really bad. Hey, did you disinfect it? Make sure you wash it and put some disinfectant on it. Mango says bye to Danny. And the Squirrel Sniper gives a salute to Eric Point, gives a salute to Mango. Michael says, if I face did a full split, it would need baby powder. Yeah, Eric Point says, make sure you clean it, Jennifer. Sniper says, Eric, how's the handstand scorpion position going? It is not going. It is not going. My yoga is very gentle. There was a time, especially when I was doing double sessions of Bikram, 90 minutes each, and on the side, especially in the heated room, because of course you're a little more limber in a heated room, and I'm warmed up from the class, doing some more extreme postures. But as I settled into the essence of yoga and making yoga my life, it started getting more and more gentle. Thank you, Joe. Much appreciated. Joe sent a gift. Joe gave me a thumbs up with the jewels. That was 10 jewels. I love the jewels. So I think you can buy them and send them on other channels. So if anyone wanted to buy the jewels here and you can send them here, you can send them on other channels. Only if you live in the United States for now, but it'll open up, I think, next month. Sniper says that position is designed if you find yourself thrown off a horse. I was almost once running and a horse running the horse was running. I was riding, stepped in a groundhog hole, pitched forward. Luckily, the horse didn't break a leg. So Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras. I always have a copy nearby. I got 4 or 5 copies. He mentions this is considered the handbook, the Bible, along with the Bhagavad Gita, the yoga. He mentions in 195, 196 sutras, which are small, pithy quotes. he mentions yoga asanas 3 times, and they all pertain, each of those three, into positions to sit in meditation. The original design of the asanas was so that you would sit in meditation longer, because the end result of yoga is enlightenment or awakening. So the Yoga Sutras begin, if you guys are interested, and I'm not at all convinced that you are. The first one is a salutation, says, you are now, the blessings of yoga instructions are offered. Number 2 is where it counts. Yoga is experience in the mind, which has ceased to identify with its vacillating waves of perception. So yoga has almost nothing to do with postures, asanas, except for using the asanas to sit longer in meditation so that the mind gets stilled. Now you can still the mind. Thanks for the wave, Joe. Joe, how are you? You can use the postures to help still the mind. But again, it's all part of Ashtanga Yoga, the 8 branches of yoga, starting with stilling the mind through the practice of ethical restraints, personal observances, either the yamas and niyamas, and then breath work, and then postures, and then pratyahara, which means withdrawal of the senses, turning inwards. And then there are 4 processes of meditation itself, starting with concentration to starting with concentration and then going into absorption and then reaching samadhi. And there's different stages of samadhi. Uncle says I tried doing the split once in my life when I was like 13 and found out that it wasn't exercise for non-limber gents. It takes some practice. It took me quite a bit of time. Jennifer says, I'm going back to school on the 8th of January. I'm not looking forward to that. Hey, Jennifer, try to get your sleep back in order before you go to school. And yeah, I can imagine you're not looking forward to it. Seppa says, what's your favorite subject? And she says, math. Not for me. Eric Point says, hey, Joe, are you monetized yet? She's working on it, Eric. We talked about that earlier. Halfway there. Seppa says, great. Have you looked into Pi and its possibilities? She says she's at 13. Yep. Joe Delaney is on my list for watch hours. We have Chandra, who is at 1,700 plus with 5 days in the tank. And she's really going all out. She's going to get there by the end of January. We have Squirrel Sniper. If you guys want to play a video or a playlist for Squirrel Sniper, or I'm sorry, Runner Boy. I get Runner Boy and Squirrel Sniper confused. So it's halfway. Let's go. Joe Delaney says hello to Runner Boy. And now Joe Delaney. As I mentioned, what I'd like to do is, Jamie says hi to Danny. If I see someone's video or a live stream pop up, like with Daisy, I'll put her up and I'll leave her on and I'll join in whenever I'm able. Because I want to give watch hours to as many people as I can. But people I know who are like so close and are working really hard, I'll have their playlist up all day. And I've been doing that with Runner Boy. I've been doing that with Chandra. And then when they get monetized, we go to the next people. But I want to add Joe to that list because, man, being that close to halfway there, that second half goes fast. And you know what? I had so many friends helping me, so many people who had my playlist up 24/7. Runner Boy says, I'll put a loop up tonight. Yeah, Runner Boy, you really need to go all out. What was your watch hours again? You were at 219. So with 5 days being held, so he's 800 and some away. So man, if everyone pushed for a week, for 2 weeks with Runner Boy, he'd be there. Jennifer says, I wish I can get 50 subscribers. Can I go live? But it will happen one day. Where are you now, Jennifer? Let me visit your page real quick. Is anyone here not subscribed to Jennifer? She's at 23, so she's almost halfway there. Runner Boy says 2,100 now. With 5 days being held, so like I said, under 900, 8 something. Man, maybe even, I don't want to, I don't want you guys to get overconfident, but maybe even under 800. Just says, hey, you're close, Runner Boy. Yeah, he is. So I remember just a couple days ago, I was thanking Goldie again for her help because she would literally have me on all night long. And I thought, man, what an awesome friend. Putting up with hearing me 24/7 on my playlist. And then she made the excellent point that she kept me mute, which I'm sure, most people wish they had that ability. Just says, let me turn you on my laptop, Runner Boy. Nice, guys. Yeah, man, what Milka would have paid for if someone offered a mute Eric button. Thank you, Eric. Runner Boy says thanks. Hey, Runner Boy, who else were we talking to about playing their you trading playlist with someone? I don't remember who it was now. Jennifer says might have to eat dinner soon. Just letting you know. I appreciate that, Jennifer. Joe's laughing. But yet, so many people did help me to get monetized. I could not have done it on my own, that's for sure. And that's when I started going live all the time. I bet you guys thought, well, he'll soon stop. Once he gets monetized, he won't be live all the time. No one can keep doing that all the time. That's what you guys think. Boy says, I forgot the name, but I subbed to them today, so I'll look for the new name. Yeah, we were talking about you two swapping for watch hours, and I don't remember. It says facts, Yogi. Hey, Eric, let's get you monetized before June. Now that you got a little more free time. The reason I'm saying that is because you had some pretty big live streams over the summer and into the fall. And I don't want you to lose hours from them before you get monetized. Jennifer says, I'm trying to drink water more often than soda, but it's not working. Well, here's my suggestion. When I had my own training business and people would ask me about diet, I would always say, don't worry about eliminating something. Work on increasing something that's good for you. So if you concentrate on drinking more water, don't try to replace soda with water. Just drink more water. You'll find that you will naturally start drinking less soda. And then at some point, you'll think, I could stop, or I could just have it occasionally. Michael says maybe switch to your coffee. I've added green tea back into my mix. 1 cup a day. I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning. It's really early in the morning. It's like my morning coffee is about 4 a.m. Eric Point says, I manifested it already. So I'm good, Yogi. Awesome. Where do you stand now, Eric? I see that I missed a video. We're gonna bring it up so I can check it out after the live stream. We got an 11-minute video of cutting and splitting firewood. All right, nice. Oh, you'll definitely get it. And now it is time to add Eric Lapointe to the list. So I'm gonna put on your playlist, and then after Tandra and Runner Boy, you and Joe are at the top. Michael says, I haven't had a soft drink in 6 years. I quit drinking them before the COVID pandemic. Michael or Eric says, nice, Michael. I was going to say the last time I had soda, it had rum in it, which tells you how long it's been, as I've been sober for 25, 26 years. But that's not necessarily true, because when I was ultra running, I would, the last aid station of a race, I might have like I would do it as a shot of Coca-Cola or Pepsi or something, because the sugar and the caffeine, perfect when you run down after a race and you need some kind of fuel. Michael says, drop the cold turkey too. Cat says, I had to go chase a possum out of the chicken pen. I saw a possum 2 or 3 months ago. Used to see him all the time, and it probably went 20 years without seeing one, sadly, as I like possums. Although I certainly wouldn't want one in the chicken pen. And then morning walk, one crossed my path. Quinn, the QN is a lifesaver, tonic water. Just as the poor man. Oh, I missed Dan waving at Joe. Jennifer says, I have been doing tea, but I don't like coffee. So tea's really good for you. Coffee in moderation is good for you. Probably less than moderation. I think you're good with 1 cup of coffee a day. But man, you could have up to 5 cups of tea. Green tea, black tea. Eric Point says, poor man is a beast. Yeah, no doubt he is. Jennifer says, I just posted something on my channel. Can you go look at it? Yep, I had your channel up just a minute ago, but let me bring it up again. Let's see. Jennifer posted a minute ago. I hope everyone is doing good tonight. And I just wanted to say goodnight to everyone and let your Sunday be filled with joy. Beautiful. And I'm not even the first to comment. Our friend Joe Delaney. Joe is always on point, you know? Malcolm said, I'm glad I did stop drinking them because they're too expensive now. Yeah, and they're not good for you. Point says, just saying. Well, you know what? Points like that need to be reiterated. No one should ever forget the fact that poor man is a beast. Quinine is a crystalline alkaloid powder derived from the So you helped me with quinine, but you let me hang with the cinchona tree's bark in South America. It's used to treat malaria. Nice. He says I drink herbal tea. I do have a cup of herbal tea as well. I have turmeric and ginger. My preference is Paul Newman. And fruit teas, no tea, just decaf coffee or hot chocolate. Runaway says Mira is doing a loop live stream now. I saw that he was doing a loop. Eric says I'm focusing on my diet more closely again, and I need to stop drinking. Facts. There's no reason why I can't. Let me ask you a question, Eric. Do the reasons that you have for wanting to quit outweigh the reasons for keeping drinking in? So it could be the most important question you ask as far as that's concerned. And there's not right or wrong answers. It's just asking yourself, does this continue to serve me in a helpful, healthy, and positive way? Michael says, I tried decaf, wasn't a fan. I'm not a fan either. Sincho na. Thank you, Sniper. Egg Point says, yes, they do. So there's the answer, Eric. Michael says that would help greatly. Michael? Eric Lapointe says sugar was the first thing I quit. Yeah, sugary foods are too much. I like them and tend to overeat. I do too. There's a reason why I don't eat a lot of um, like I'll go years without any type of dessert type stuff. But then when I have it, I have all of it. I don't. If Moko was here, she would vouch for it. I don't have a brownie. I have brownies. I have all the brownies, all of them. It's like a monster is unleashed. Michael says, so I'm gonna drop those and eat more fruit. Nice. Hey, Austin, welcome back. So it's easier for me just not to do it. You know what I mean? And it's not willpower. Honestly, hey, body weight, how are you? Says good evening, everyone. Good evening to you. Here's a promise I can make for you guys. We're 5 days into 2025. If you start practicing meditation, if you meditate every day, could be once a day. I recommend twice a day, but if you do it once a day, that's fine. By the end of 2025, without doing specific things to make changes, you will be astonished at the changes that take place in your life. And I don't use that word astonished lightly. When I started meditating, things that no longer served me just naturally fell out of my life. Some of that was actually painful because it was relationships, but the relationships weren't serving me. They were not so much toxic as they just had run its course. There was still love there, but it was time to let go, and I wasn't letting go. But when I started meditating, things just shifted. And when relationships ended, it ended sometimes quite sadly, but always with a lot of love. Proof of that is every single ex girlfriend dating back to eighth grade uh, is a friend on Facebook right now. and the fact that the person I see more than anyone happens to be my ex-wife. Which, and I use that term loosely because, as I mentioned before, Mocha's not an ex anything. It's an impossibility for Mocha to be an ex. Hey, Pokemon, how are you? Welcome back. If I'm not mistaken, Pokemon's been in all 3 live streams. I think he was here this morning. I know he was there this afternoon. Jennifer says I'm playing music now on my mini speaker I got for Christmas. Nice. What are you playing, Jennifer? Michael says, love me some apples and pineapple. I like both of those too. I love mangoes. I have about 2 apples a day. I have about 7 bananas every day. Body weight says, I'm all right. How about yourself? I'm doing pretty good. Michael says, I've tried about every kind of apple, and I noticed that they all have a different taste, but they're all good. I'm not a big fan of Red Delicious. I do like Golden Delicious. Granny Smith is better for baking. It's actually not bad in salads. The all-time greatest apple, my humble opinion, Fuji apples. Eric Point says, I need to do the mind thing. You just have a hard time taking the first step, but it goes with everything. Then when you take that step, you say, why did I wait? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jennifer says, I just replied to my comment on her post. Let me check it out. Pink Lady apples are good. Honeycrisp are pretty good. I think Honeycrisp actually might be one of the sweetest. You're welcome, Jennifer. If anyone wants help in 2025 with meditation and or breath work, let me know. I will teach you absolutely for free. Eric Point says Macintosh apple is my favorite. It's been a while since I've had a Macintosh apple. There's a lot of apples that didn't seem to exist when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we had apples. We had green apples and we had red apples. That was it. If I looked at my mom and said, hey, Martine, how are you? If I looked at my mom and said, Mom, can you get me some Fuji apples this time? She would have been like, what are you talking about? Fuji? You're going to get a red apple and you're going to like it. Stuart says, Martine, sweetheart. Stuart says, 35,000? That 35,000? Different types of apples might go, one might be a bad one. One might be a bad one. Banana bread is delicious. Speaking of my mom, she baked fantastic banana bread. Let's see. Martine says, "Bit miffed at myself tonight. What's going on, Martine?" Pokemon says, "Is to wake up with red eyes, feeling tired, migraines. Used to. Found out I was dehydrated, even though I was drinking gallons of water. I was potassium deficient. Got my potassium up. Symptoms went away. How did you do? How did you do that? More bananas, or did you take a supplement? Potatoes are actually higher in potassium than bananas." Jennifer says, I love Honeycrisp apples. Yeah, they're good. I'd like them in my salad. Stuart says, what's wrong? Go Delicious are very watery and rather tasteless. That's how I feel about the red delicious. Golden delicious has a little more taste to it. But yeah, they can be a little like mealy, you know. T says, or are in UK. No, they're here as well. T says, Michael, thanks for apology, but I got a lot worse. Hey, Pokemon, I'm glad you got that worked out. Brian says, banana bread was my favorite growing up. Hey, guys, can you take a minute to wish our friend Brian a happy birthday? Monkey bread, too. Oh, Michael apologized for misspelling the name. Got you. Point says, Pokemon, sometimes ice on the back of your neck will help greatly. Ortiz says, I was awful on my live, not gonna lie. People on YouTube getting monetized before me with less video subs. Sorry, just and that's okay. We, sometimes we need to vent. Hey, Martine, where are your watch hours? Brian says, good evening, Yogi. Good evening, Brian. Hope you're having a wonderful birthday. Eric Point says, happy birthday. Jennifer says, happy birthday, Brian. Let your night be filled with joy. Thank you, Jennifer. Sniper says, Martine says, makes you want to quit. I hope you don't. Sniper says, in Norse mythology, Idam, the goddess of eternal youth, is the keeper of a eski, a wooden box made of ash wood, and often used to carry personal possessions, full of apples eaten by the gods. When they began to grow old, running them young again. Huh. Michael says, Zillion, did you know that you can start a fire with a potato? I did not know that you can start a fire, but I knew you can make a battery out of potato. Here's the question for me is, when am I going to get to see a video of Michael Burkeen starting a fire with a potato? That, my friends, I think would go viral. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Thanks for the thumbs up, Eric. Says happy birthday to Brian. Sony 900 watch hours. All right. Martine. Joe. Runner Boy. Tandra, of course. What did I just say? I said someone else. Oh, let's not forget Eric Lapointe. That's the big five. That is the big five. Martine, if we can, we're going to do everything we can to have you monetized by the end of January. Brian says you know you're getting old when you buy your own cake. Let's see, Tennessee White Trash says nothing is going to make you a young man again. Probably true. Who wants to be a young man? Martine says, when I see people monetize with less subs, videos makes me question my videos and lives. Yeah, but you never know what's going on behind the scenes. Like I said, for me to get monetized, I had lots and lots of people playing my stuff 24 hours, 7 days a week. It wasn't because I was popular on YouTube and getting tons of views. I'm still not popular on YouTube, and I still don't get tons of views. Eric Point says, hey to Tennessee. Brian says, just love what you do, food from afar. Absolutely, Michael. Or Brian, I'm sorry. Michael says, laughing. I do have a bunch of cardboard I need to burn. Man, that would be awesome, Michael. Snapper says, congratulations, VTW. Michael says depends on the weather. Hey, you should be able to head out in the woods soon, right? Hunting season's over. Brian says thanks to all. Absolutely. Martine says I do this so my kids have something when I'm no longer here. I have nothing else to give. White Trash says thanks. Eric says he wants to be young again. Tennessee, when you feel good this old. This is true, and I got all that nasty stuff out of my system. I hope. Man, maybe I spoke too soon. Brian is at 100 watch hours. Man, Brian, the fact that 3 weeks ago you, you were doing nothing with your channel, and then you took some time off. It's amazing. Eric Point says gives a salute to Tennessee. Stepper says getting membership Tennessee White Trash. Michael says congrats, Brian. Brian says not concerned with monetize though. Yeah, no reason to be concerned about it, but it is a nice addition, Brian. You can make some coffee money, some gas money. Hey, I'm attempting to earn an income. I'm attempting to have this as my actual gig. Point says more videos, Brian. And Brian, you looking at YouTube Studio. Eric says, Brian, do it anyway, just in case, brother. Absolutely. Pokemon says there's only like 400 micrograms of potassium in a banana, and a grown man needs about 3,500 to 4,000. A banana a day ain't nowhere near enough. So no wonder we're all dehydrated and don't even know it. Yeah, that's true. There was a book years ago, The Body's Many Cries for Water, and it talked about the chronic dehydration. So again, I have about 7 bananas a day. Hello? Hello or Halo? I think it's Halo, right? Halo, how are you, my friend? Body weight says background. Appreciate that. Michael says should be. I'll try and get back out and do some stuff. Nice. Martine says thinks she was punished for being sick. 2 months away. Well, yeah, definitely didn't help, you know, but you held strong at 900. Hey, Nightmare. Nice to see you, my friend. Pokemon says doctors give us medication for the symptoms of hydration, but never tell us it's secret of potassium, the cure of hydration. That's a great point. Eric Point says Pokemon well, gives a salute to Nightmare. Martine says sorry. Oh, that's okay, Martine. This is the place to do it. Sorry for the rant. I have to disappear again in June for a while. Not my fault. Family stuff. You know what I mean, Yogi? I do. But you'll be monetized well before June. If you guys could do some playlists for Martine as well, 900 watch hours away. If everyone pitched in, we could definitely do it. Leo says burpees make us age like wine. Leo says 35 years young is the best version I've ever been. The amazing energetic Joshua is here. Says this is the amazing energetic Joshua. How is everyone doing today? We're doing good, Joshua. How about you? I mentioned before on my 4th attempt at running a 100-mile race, it was only a week after my 50th birthday that I finally put everything together and nailed it. And then I spent the from 50 to 58, doing actually from the age of 45 to about 50, about 57, I guess, doing at least one ultra a month all that time. From 50K to 100 miles to 24-hour races. So I can guarantee you guys, if you take care of yourself, and by take care of yourself, don't do too many marathon sessions. Train, perform, but train for something. Pick a date. Like I'm going to train for this big session. Let those big efforts be a reflection of your training, but not the training itself. And when you're 50, you won't even know. You won't even know you're 50 unless you think about it. Or you're bald and have a gray beard. But if you spend too much time seeing what you got right now, the only injuries I've ever gotten have been exceeding my training capacity. Whenever I stayed on point with my training, everything was cool. Joshua says, like, done. Thank you. I appreciate that. Bryce says, more videos, I suppose, and I just need just so dreamy, making money, doing this. I need to set goals. Cypress says, just Selma now. Eric, almost bed. Yep, it is almost bed for me. Eggpoint says, Brian, you got this? Hey, Brian, it's the same suggestion that you gave to Martine, or the same, have fun. And I can tell you love what you're doing. You're in a beautiful situation with your home, with your animals, with your spirituality. Just keep sharing that, and everything will be perfect. Pokemon says banana equals 400 milligrams of potassium. 10-ounce Canadian tomato sauce equals 700. 2 cups of beans, 1,004. Sweet potato, 700. Avocado, 600. I eat about 3 times a week, and it has changed my life. Nice. Yeah, I have lentils every day. It probably equates to about 2 cups cooked. Don't do sweet potatoes much anymore, but I do red potatoes. Red potatoes have a fair amount. It's been a little bit since we had an avocado. I should have an avocado once a week. Joshua says, Yogi, guys, I have a new subscriber who is into fitness, and I wanted to give you all his link, as he only has 216 subscribers. He is new to this, and he needs the right connections. May I drop the link? Absolutely. Always. Oh, hey, Extreme Fitness Junkie is an old friend. We already got him, Joshua. Bryce says, I did my first one last year, and I loved it. Oh, yeah, you mentioned that, right? You had a really good time. That was one of the first conversations that we had, Brian. Simon says the stream started 1 hour and 21 minutes ago. Yeah, that is a long live stream in the evening for me. So we're gonna wrap things up in just a minute. Let's see. Joshua says, oh, I didn't know you're already connected. That's okay. Hey, it never hurts to drop the link again, just in case someone didn't get him. Jennifer says, well, I gotta eat dinner now. So bye everyone, including Eric too. And that you all night be filled with joy. Thank you, Jennifer. Brian says 21:48. I got second place. I got third place in my age group in a 5K once. I got the trophy there. I got the trophy over there. I've won my age group several times in 24-hour races. Cypher says, epic. Joshua, already subbed, but bless you for helping him. Absolutely. Fishman says, links don't work for me and Vertical. Hey, you're already subscribed to Extreme Fitness Junkies, right, Stuart? Yep, already got him. Yeah, I thought you did. That's a fast time, Brian. Man, if you like train specifically for 5Ks, you'd be doing 17. Brian says it's the only medal I've ever got. The big thing is ultras is getting that belt buckle. You get a belt buckle when you finish a 100-mile race. I got a couple sitting on my shelf over there. Joshua says, so problem, seems like everyone has them. Hey, Joshua, I appreciate you helping out a friend, though. That shows a lot. It shows so much about you. Things I already knew. The amazing, energetic, and absolutely nice guy, Joshua. Martine says, hate ranting, but when I can't help disappearing because of news people, and I hate no comment, how's that my fault? I agree. It's not. And again, you're not ranting. And never feel like you need to apologize, Martine. Again, this is a place for you to vent. And it's also the place to ask for help. So again, guys, if anyone can put up a playlist for Martine, if you watch one video a day or one playlist the course of the day, Brian says, but I have a cadaver ACL, can't run every day. Yeah, I walk every day. I run several days a week. I'll be honest with you, I enjoy walking more. Hey, Toy Pups. Yeah, I have a slightly bum knee too. Toy Pup says, namaste, friends. Namaste to you. Had cadaver surgery when I was 19, complete dislocation. Wow. And you got shoulder issue too, right? Dasher says, no problem, Yogi. He randomly popped up on one of my viral screencasts, and I gave him mod. And he's been to all of my viral live streams, and I wanted to help him. Much appreciated. Ortiz says, not my fault. My brother-in-law is a killer. Yeah, understood, Martine. You've mentioned this before. Yeah, definitely not your fault. Let's see. Stuart says, mumsy, wumsy, woo, 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 woo. I only read that for you, Stuart. Joshua says, love her toy pups. Martine says, hate stuff. Songho sends love to Puppy Mommy. Joshua says, I use my treadmill every day. Nice. That's how you stay so amazing and energetic. Stuart says, Martine, can you message me on Facebook? Toy Pup says, Kay, I use treadmill every day too. I love it. Selma says, hi. Brian says, yeah, I'm all beat up. Skateboard, dirt bikes, just being young and going fast. Yep, I know. I've been there. Believe it or not, I was young once. Let's see. Joshua says, guys, I will have a funny looking video on my screencast tonight. Maybe viral again, not sure. Awesome. I will check it out. Someone says, hi, Mom. Let's see. Food from Par says, but if I disappear, YouTube will punish me more. How can I win? Because we're going to have you monetized before you have to go away in June. You only need 900 hours. It's going to be before spring. I'm hoping by the end of January. Guys, if you can watch some videos of Martine, run a playlist a couple times a week, every day, 900's not that much. Document says, Yogi, my friend, eating 7 bananas a day is very bad for you. Bananas have other vitamins and irons. Do you not want to eat too much? Try eating a variety of things to get your potassium. I don't eat them to get potassium. Man, I've eaten up to 30 bananas a day. When I first became vegan, I was a fruitarian and I followed the 30 banana a day diet. No ill effects whatsoever. I've had 7 or more bananas a day uh, for over 15 years now. And I have a wide variety of fruits, a wide variety of vegetables and whole grains. Toy Pup says, I told you it's not safe there, Selma. I'm so sorry, honey. What happened? Oh, she was timed out for no reason. I was crying. I'm sorry about that, Selma. Joshua says Selma and Danny were changed to manager moderators in my live streams. Toy Pup says we don't visit channels who are not kind to our friends. Martine says, thank you, Yogi. You don't know how much this means. Now I'm crying. You have helped me so much. I hate asking for help. I just hate it. I want to be me and nothing more. Hey, Martine, I absolutely love helping people. So if you think of it this way, you're doing me a favor. You know, you're allowing me to do the thing that I love more than anything. You're allowing me to be of service to a friend. So thank you. Hey, Global. Hey, Global, are you home now? Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year's to you, my friend. How is the tattoo? Joshua says, yes, Selma, everyone loves you. They do. Selma says, where is Danny? Yeah, Danny was here earlier. Toy Pup says, we got you back, Selma. Joshua says, food from afar. I promise I'm starting your playlist now. First, let me comment on your videos now. Nice. Hey, if you got the amazing, energetic Joshua on the job, then, man, you're a shoo-in. Span time. So first, Joshua gives an announcement. He lets you know it's coming, which is good because that means I got to take a deep breath. I got to take a deep breath. I got to brace myself. And now I'm going to dive in and say food from afar, 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 food from afar. And then I just peter out because I'm not a young man anymore, guys. But I gave it my best shot. Global says, yeah, home booked in for Wednesday. Nice. Hey, you have a good trip? Guys, I'm going to wrap it up in less than 5 minutes. I got a big workout tomorrow. I got to go running in the snow. And of course, I got to shovel snow. Global says, yeah, man, was wicked. Nice. Glad you had a good time. Well, 46 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Simpa says, bed's calling. Selma completes my night puzzle. Night all. Good night, Sniper. Thank you, my friend. Someone says, love you guys. We love you too. Global says, got removed from by security one night. Too drunk. Well, that's part of having a good time, right? Joshua says, good night, Sniper. Hey, are you guys following Follow Me Global? Flip Up says, we're almost at 39,000 subscribers, guys. Please support. Only 30 more subs needed. That's awesome, Toy Pups. Joshua says, I will follow you. Follow me, Global. Yeah, you'll like his stuff, Joshua. Let's see. Global says, everyone have a nice Christmas. I had a good Christmas. Flip Up says, Eric is in the house. He is in the house. Someone says, I told my haters, swiper, no swiping. Flip Up says, hey, love. Global says, yeah, check my channel. Thanks for the Joels, Eric. Much appreciated. Oh, Global says, it's good. Add my wife. Big up for us, which is another fun channel. Thanks again, Eric. I caught that one. I caught the thumbs up. Someone says, Eric, I miss you. The Jewel King. Hey, I like that nickname, the Jewel King. Josh is back. Connected. Follow me, Global. He'll most definitely follow you back. Global's a good guy. See? Sub that. Didn't take long at all. Joshua says, Eric, I have my notifications on. Why can't I tell when you are live? Me or Eric Lapointe? In my case, because I'm always live, I think YouTube is just tired of me. YouTube is like, man, why bother? You know he's live. You know he's live streaming. So why go to all the trouble to let people know what you already know? Global says, Eric, me and you got the same barber, bro. Yeah, we got to go to a high schooled place. This look doesn't come easy. This is a cultivated look. Thank you again, Eric. Skinhead all the way. People think that this is, this is easy. The reason why I wake up at 2:15 every day, I tell people it's so I can meditate and do my yoga and drink a cup of coffee. Nope. I'm getting myself ready. I'm preparing for my live streams, getting the head shaved just right, waxing the eyebrows. Flip Up says I'm talking to myself. I think you are never talking to yourself, my friend. Someone says I love you too, Mom. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Man, you guys come in and everything picks up again, a brand new energy, and I'm always reluctant to say goodbye. Global says I'm on 352 subs now, man. Man, let's get you to 5. Get you to 5. We can begin getting that process to get you monetized. Joshua says I'm trying to get the point here. The point the point is I just came up with Eric Lapointe's new saying. The point is. So can he do the? I'm trying to think of how Eric's going to present that new catchphrase. Eric Point says, "I knew it, Yogi." Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, this doesn't come without effort. Eric Point says, "Nice, Joshua." Troy Pup says, the point is, Christmas trees rock, period. Someone has to move her hips side to side. What's up with that, Selma? Joshua says yes. All right. So, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I apologize. I'm having a lot of fun with you guys. But, yeah, like I said, I got to shovel snow. Sandesh, hello, my friend. Happy New Year to you. Appreciate you coming in. Someone says she's dancing to Bachata. It's fun. The point is, we need to join Eric LaPointe in his live stream. That is an excellent point. The point, though, Christmas trees are important. The point is, have a great rest of your day, everyone. That is the point. This is the point. Sinish says, so Yaya Yoga, have you checked it out? I have not. What do you think about it? I will check it out, though. Thanks for putting that out there. Someone says she loves doing it. Give me 1 second. I like what I see. I like the that it's focused in meditation, and it's an awakening. It's an awakening Kundalini. Free online yoga website, nonprofit. Yeah, I just brought it up. Thanks. I'm going to explore that. I'm going to save it and check it out in the morning. Thank you, Eric. Much appreciated. Toy Pup says, love you guys. Namaste. Love you, Yogi. Love you too. Toy Pups, if you get a chance this week, let's catch up. Have a conversation. Sandish says, thanks, Eric. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for giving me that information. Joshua says, love you too, Puppy Mommy. Thank you again, Eric LaPointe. All right, wrapping things up. I will see everyone tomorrow. Hope everyone has a good dinner. Cindy says, you had dinner, Eric? I did. I had dinner. I'm actually going to bed, even though it's only a little after 7. Joshua says, bye, everyone. Cindy says, see you, bye. All right, guys. Thank you again for coming in. It's very much appreciated. Hey, Bushka. Stuart says, namaste, namaste to you, my friend. Don't forget, guys, if he can help out our friend Martine. Joshua says, bye to everyone. Someone says hi to Stuart. Stuart says, take care, Josh. Burpee. Namaste, Joshua. Pushka, have a good night, my friend. We're shutting things down for the night. I'll be back. I'll see everyone if you're around. I'll see you at 5 a.m. Take care, guys.